Dude, it's so crazy. It's just like so many things happening at once. And I'm also just watching the calendar fly by going, oh my God, dude, I'm going to have a kid faster than I can I don't even know. It's so crazy to me.
Cristiano, CEO of Bold Worldwide, top experts in the world of marketing.
Here to discuss is Cristiano.
Is 100 million real? Yeah, it's absolutely real. I have not been a great CEO, but it's time for me to step up.
I'm down 50% on my staff.
It could be enough to put us out of business.
Nobody's grinding like you are.
Is there anything you worry about?
I'm tied to making this work.
Crazy story.
This is a real growing bold.
But do you hear more and more over the last couple of years from brands that say, well, what can we do on something other than television?
Well, yes and no. Everyone is talking about how do we adapt to the social landscape, but then the actions are not matching the question. Most brands are still not actually trying to figure out how do I integrate into digital. They're just saying, how do we take our TV ads and also put it in digital, which is not the solution. If you're not willing to test and innovate, then you're just copying. You're not the innovator. Today's media, today's conversation, today's consumer is totally different than it was 15 or 20 years ago.
We don't need to do everything. We need to do what's going to have the 80% impact today, and then we can build on top of that.
It's not anymore about trying to have your content reach everyone. You can reach your audience that cares about what you have to talk about directly and give them what they actually want.
Guys, don't spend 50 grand on this. Keep it raw and see if people care. Because even if it's raw and people like the story, action on it, right, then we can scale it.
2 new offices, 2 small closets, and then just more open area for workstations. And then this side doesn't necessarily concern you, but there's no tenant, so maybe you'll take it when
I was going to say,
building.
I want to take over the whole floor eventually. I walked out of there with a verbal commitment for production. I can totally close them. I can totally close them. No joke, man. Really growing bold.
Not from behind. Waist up.
It's waist up.
I am recording 2 podcasts today. Trying to record as many of these as I can so that whenever this baby shows up, I'm good to go. I'm not going to put my life on hold for the next 3 weeks. You know, this baby's going to come whenever she wants. She could be early, late. We won't know until she makes her decision. So until then, I'm going to keep working.
And I have to say, Lisa, I've never heard people talk so highly of another person before, so I just had to give you kudos because everyone loves you. If you're still interested in being a part of Bold, I'd love to have you on the team. I'm super pumped. This is going to be great. I'm really happy with the team right now. I think everybody here is super passionate, super talented, with a lot of energy, a lot of drive, that get the bigger picture and can run with it.
The challenges when I came on board were very tactical. There had been so much turnover with the staff, and Brian really needed people who were able to move quickly. How do we make sure that the digital team knows what they have to do? How do we make sure that we're actually deploying ads in a timely fashion? How do we communicate it back to the clients?
It has a positive effect on the company and also on our clients. We've seen better results.
What I felt Brian needed was someone to help him bring it to the next level. Bring this company and this organization to something far bigger than what it is today.
We are moving at 1,000 miles a minute, and so some people, that's not the right environment for them, and that's okay. But it's an evolution. It's trying to figure out exactly what skills we're looking for and the culture that we're trying to create now, because Brian has a totally different vision of the culture now than he did 6 months ago.
I want to be a part of something bigger. I want to do something bigger.
If I think back to January, I felt like I had to kind of push people in the direction I wanted to go versus just saying like, here's the direction you want to go, and then people are like, they're helping me figure out what to do to get there. It's a bigger difference. And 2. It's freaking October.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Big month. Trick or treat.
It's a big month. Where'd the year go? I can't believe it's October.
Your life is changing in October.
Let's get better in October. Let's get easier, simpler.
Less chaotic. Yeah.
New intern, ready to go. October 23rd. ready for this?
Nope. Are you?
Nope. But we have to be ready.
Yeah.
Go get Ellie, take care of her, get her all set up, tell the family, go to the hospital, have a baby.
Yeah, you make it sound really easy. Just a couple steps.
That's it. It's just a few things. No big deal. MBD. Time's going by so fast.
So fast. Never in my life.
No, it's freaking crazy.
Has it gone by this fast?
It's crazy.
Are you nervous about anything?
I'm not nervous. As far as being ready, we got a car seat.
Yeah, we have
you know,
stuff.
like yeah. Like we're
we
technically ready, but like mentally ready to like care for a human. I don't know.
But you should probably plan to come down tomorrow.
Oh yeah, what's going on?
Well, my water broke, but he was basically like, go home, get your affairs in order, and go to the hospital. Let's have some fun.
Let's do it. We'll enjoy it. We'll have some fun. We'll raise a child and grow a business and a human and a dog and take over the world.
Yay!
Are you excited to be a big sister today? What do you think? You're gonna be a big sister soon. Thinking about being a dad myself and trying to think of like, what do I want my kid to experience? What's the mindset I want my child to have? You like the camera? Of course you do.
That would be great.
If there's only one thing that I can give this kid, it's curiosity. Wake up. Beep, beep. A true, like, burning curiosity about just anything. And that's the thing, I don't care what you're curious about. We did it. Just be curious. Ask the questions. Don't stop at the surface level.
Thank you. Thanks, Dad. Thank you. Always wanted.
In 10 or 15 years from now, do I want her to walk in the door and say, this is such an amazing place that I would want to work for? I'm not saying I want her to work here, but do I want her to feel that? Absolutely. And so then these little nuances, these little problems, these little, you know, attitude challenges or behavioral challenges that I see, I go, I don't want her around that. I don't want her to see that. I have the opportunity to create a complete environment of what I want my daughter to grow up in. The people, the place, the process, the mindset, I have an opportunity to build that. And that's not what most people get a chance to do in life. So I go, I got to do this right. So that has been a big change in my motivation. Oh, there's the team. What's up? And I've got the person who's going to do all the real work. Here you go. Annie, say hi. I just can only spend my time and energy on really high value stuff because if I'm going to not be with my family now, it better be worth it. I've had the conversation about doing an event so many times where I just said, what are we waiting for? Like, why don't we just do it now? And everyone's like, that's crazy. And I'm like, even more reason to do it.